Turning into a veggie lover can be an extraordinary choice. Yet, the normal thought that veggie lovers don't get enough protein is a fantasy. Without a doubt, you also can fabricate muscle and have competitor-level wellness on the off chance that you realize where to source your vegetarian protein from. We require protein for our body to work appropriately. Proteins are mind-boggling atoms made of amino acids and assume a fundamental job in the body structure, capacity, and direction of different physiological procedures. They are a fundamental macronutrient and make up about 17% of the body weight. Rather than following a crazed diet or an over-practicing trying to shed pounds, there's a lot more beneficial arrangement. Incorporate foods into your eating regimen that encourage an elevated ability to burn calories, steady vitality, and delayed satiation. What's more, you don't have to top off on things like eggs, yogurt, and other customary well-being nourishments either. In case you're a veggie lover, or simply appreciate eating plant-based the greater part of your suppers, you can even now get the advantages of fat-consuming foods. Check out Vegan Lips if you're interested to learn more about vegan options for losing weight. The minute you start any sort of activity kick, you'll be advised to up your protein consumption. Protein is the fuel that fixes and constructs muscles after an exercise. So in case you're hitting the gym, it bodes well to eat a greater amount of it. The mainstream origination of protein tends towards meat and tremendous tubs of protein powder. Plain chicken bosoms washed down with a protein shake, about as tempting as it sounds. Be that as it may, protein is really present in good sums in a far more extensive scope of foods than you may expect, as any hench vegan can bear witness to. Regardless of whether you've sworn off meat or are simply hoping to shift your protein sources, and you ought to be. Here are some of the protein sources for vegans which will also help them lose weight. Number 1. Quinoa. Normally without gluten and a total protein, quinoa is additionally brimming with fiber, B nutrients, and iron. One of the fundamental keys to weight reduction is an eating regimen that is high in protein and fiber, yet low in fat, and quinoa is only that. 1/4 measure of dry quinoa has just 2.5 grams of fat, and a large portion of that is heart-solid monounsaturated fat. You can blend this old entire grain with vegetables for an exquisite dish, or with foods grown from the ground sugars for a hot oat. It can even be added to prepared products to up the protein and fiber substance of treats and biscuits. Number 2. Lentils. Lentils are incredible wellsprings of plant protein. They are additionally great wellsprings of dietary fiber, nutrients A, C, K, and niacin, and minerals like folate, calcium, zinc, potassium, and selenium. They likewise have cell reinforcement and anti-cancer properties, help bring down the danger of cardiovascular sicknesses, lessen irritation, help keep up solid glucose levels, and control circulatory strain. It is best to devour blended lentils to get distinctive sustenance from every last one of them. Additionally, include a few veggies and make lentil soup with flavors and salt. Number 3. Leafy greens. For ideal muscle building, you need your eating regimen to be as supplement thick as would be prudent. Peas, spinach, kale, and broccoli are the most astounding protein green veggies. Kale and spinach can enable you to up your protein consumption. 2 segments of kale have around 4 grams of protein and spinach has 2 grams. This isn't a great deal. However, in the event that you add verdant greens to your morning breakfast, have a serving of mixed greens for lunch and cook spinach for supper, you can without much of a stretch devour up to 15 grams of protein in one day. Number 4. Dates. There are 2 integral reasons why dates are so useful to weight reduction: digestion and moderate sugar assimilation. In view of their high measures of solvent fiber, dates are frequently endorsed as a characteristic obstruction help, which implies that they're incredible for directing assimilation. Another reason they're a weight reduction help is on the grounds that they can be utilized as a characteristic sugar. Regular sugars are processed uniquely in contrast to refined or white sugars and cause fewer insulin spikes. Consider making some date glue and adding it to cakes, treats, and other prepared merchandise rather than white sugar. Number 5. Beans. Kidney beans, dark peared toward peas, chickpeas, growing beans, green beans, pinto beans, peas, white beans, and soybeans are stacked with proteins, nutrient C, folate, pres, calcium, potassium, phosphorus, magnesium, and omega-3 3 unsaturated fats. Expending them consistently can help lessen paunch fat and LDL cholesterol and shield you from diabetes and cardiovascular infections. Dark beans have appeared to bring down the GI of the sustenance to which they were included. Include 2 sorts of beans alongside lentils and make a tasty soup for lunch or supper. You can likewise make kidney bean stew and appreciate it with a little measure of veggies and darker rice. Number 6. Almonds. 1 ounce of almonds, which is essentially a little bunch, has 6 grams of protein, 3.5 grams of fiber, 9 grams of monounsaturated, sound, fat, and a solid serving of nutrient E, manganese, and magnesium. That is a ton of supplements in a couple of minimal nuts. There's additionally sufficient proof that almonds may enable you to get in shape over the long haul when you swing to them amid a hankering for a crunchy nibble. Number 7. Chia seeds. Like quinoa, chia seeds are staggeringly gainful to weight reduction. Low in calories yet high in supplements, 1 ounce of chia seeds contains 11 grams of fiber, 4 grams of protein, and 9 grams of fat, with 5 of those grams of fat being omega-3s. Add them to smoothies, make chia pudding, sprinkle some on yogurt, or even add them to juice and make your own variant of air pocket tea. These little seeds will keep you full for quite a long time while giving an entire portion of supplements. Number 8. Oats. Oats are oat grains, delighted in as cereal, moment oats, and moved oats. They are a rich wellspring of protein and omega-3 unsaturated fats, which enable the form to fit bulk and decrease irritation. They are additionally stacked with folate, calcium, zinc, phosphorus, magnesium, and iron. Expending oats consistently can enable lower to glucose and enhance the blood lipid profile, consequently advancing weight reduction. Make a filling oats bowl for breakfast or lunch. You can likewise add oats to smoothies. Number 9. Buckwheat. Buckwheat is neither wheat nor gotten from wheat. It is identified with tawny and rhubarb, and like amaranth and quinoa, buckwheat is a pseudo-cereal and sans gluten. It is an extraordinary wellspring of niacin, folate, calcium, manganese, phosphorus, potassium, zinc, copper, and selenium. Buckwheat enables lower to blood glucose and blood lipid content and may help treat Alzheimer's sickness.